Whoop, 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 whoop. Get him. Get him. The crunch. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to FishOfHex. My name is Travis. Today we're going to do a video all on Spike, the bearded dragon. We're going to talk about his enclosure, show you guys what I feed him, the food, maybe give him a hissing cockroach, you know, whatever mood he's in today. He seems to be pretty good. I usually take him out in the morning when I'm doing chores and taking care of things. He sits on my shoulder and kind of hangs out. Now he's just basking. I did feed him some mealworms earlier and his new, what is it, bearded dragon food, which he doesn't really care about. I actually have it over here. It's so he just got done pissing around in his water, so there's pieces of that, but it's a food. I'll put a picture up of it, and it's the first time trying it out. He doesn't really like it. I guess he's just spoiled on live critters. But anyways, we're gonna get over here and I'll show you guys his food setup. And yeah, so first things first, when it comes to his tank, it is a 40-gallon breeder. It has got the excavator clay in it. This is the second version I made. The first one had like tunnels and stuff for him to go in, and he can, you know, hide and all sorts of stuff. He didn't like that. He never went into them. So I just figured get the best bang for my buck and just kind of redo it. That way it also prevents crickets from hiding and getting in places where you can't get them. If you guys remember, I made a lot of videos with crickets in the background. It's because they got up underneath this rock or underneath this log and were hiding, and he couldn't get to them. So after I finally rescaped it, I stopped putting crickets in here. Now I just give him mealworms and roaches and stuff like that that he can actually get, and they can't get away from him and hide. If I do give him crickets, they're going to be in a container, most likely already dead. That way, you know, I can avoid that obnoxious noise all the time. So yeah, so excavator clay is pretty tough stuff. The only way to really move it is to get it wet, and you have to pour quite a bit of water on it. Then you can remold it and do everything you need to do. When it comes to cleaning his cage, I come in here with a shop vac with a filter on it and just suck everything out once per week, and you can see he gets a little bit of poop on there. You can add some water and it will just scrape off. Sorry, buddy. And I just shop vac it out. It's pretty easy to clean. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't urinate. He has that white plug that comes out, which is basically his urination. And so I don't have to worry about anything soaking into the dirt or anything like that, or have any problems with it. So yeah, shop vac once a week takes care of him. I keep a water bowl in there. The one you guys just saw, it's not too deep, but it is enough for him to sit in there and get his fill. I always keep food in there all the time, something either dead or alive, or, you know, of course dead with the pre-mixed food, so he always has an option to eat. Now he sheds probably once every couple weeks. He's been doing that consistently since I got him in August, and he just grows really quickly. Yeah, he's making that face like, yo bro, about to take a bite. No, he's never bit me, he's never attacked me. The only time he's ever gotten weird is if sometimes it gets cold down here, and I need to figure out another method to keep him warm. I know that they said not to use the night light because it can just still get too hot. So I try to keep the temperature down here around 75-ish if I can. And only time he's ever kind of gone after me is I come in here at night and I touch him and wake him up, and he gets all flat and spiky and gets kind of pissed off. But other than that, he's pretty chill. The kids hold him, no problems. He's pretty nice. I don't really let him run around too much because he licks everything. And there's so much shit here in the fish room that he will, you know, lick it and probably choke on it. So he doesn't really run around here in the fish room, and upstairs he can only be held because the kids will probably step on him. So yep, he's getting tired. So let's go ahead and move down to his food. So these are the hissing cockroaches. I usually get like 6 to 12 of them at a time. I just throw them in this container, and we'll feed him one of those. I put all his live food, I usually sprinkle with this calcium, Ripty calcium, and I also do a multivitamin, and takes care of all his stuff. Now when it comes to this kind of his mealworms, let me see if I can do this one-handed. I made this bin, got it from Home Depot. It's actually 2 bins that I made into a little grow out. So what happens is the mealworms will you know, eventually turn into beetles if you don't eat them fast enough. So what I did is I put the beetles up top, and they kind of do their own thing, you know, beetling it up and all that. And what happens is they'll lay eggs, and the eggs will, again, let's see if I can do this with one hand, will drop through the bottom. Okay, let's see if I can do this. The bottom, which I have cut out and put mesh there. So the eggs will drop through. Set those guys down, and they'll come down here to where the mealworms are, and they just kind of start their life cycle over. It starts with little baby mealworms, and then they grow and get big enough to eat, and then give them to him. I try to keep them on, you know, they have to have, what, 80% protein when they're young, and trying to get him over to more vegetables, but he's so finicky about it. He won't eat collard greens anymore, and he really likes blueberries, but he's just kind of weird. So he eats majority of mealworms, which have never been a problem. He's always passing his stool. There's no issues. I know people were saying that the outer shell of these guys can be a problem, but I've never had an issue with him. And he's always eating them without any issues. I said issues like 7 times. So anyway, let's go ahead and feed this bad boy. I'm gonna give him a couple of these guys real quick. Now the thing is, you got to come in here, get them one by one, put them in a little cup, and then give them their little powder. But I'm going to give them a couple of these right now, and then we'll dip our cricket in the powder. So, you want some food, buddy? Ooh, eyeballing it. Dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. Nope. Yeah, he's a little piggy. So let me get a cup here. So I'll go over to the tray. I gotta cut up some of this foam. Let's grab a shipping cup. I'm moving a whole bunch of stuff around here, so let's go ahead and grab cockroach. I hate touching these guys, man, because it's just the hiss is really weird. So let's see if I can do it with one hand for one. And there we go. Oh man, I hate touching these. I mean, I'm not a bug fan, but they're gonna hiss at me and it's gonna be super creepy. See, told you I fucking. See, he's just hissing his little ass. Alright, I'm just gonna stick the cup in there. So you wanna be a jerk. Yeah, you guys can call me a sissy, but I'm not a fan of cockroaches. Grown ass man, afraid of a bug. See, doing this with one hand is not ideal. You guys are all gonna make fun of me. Alright, don't be a jerk. Just get your skinny ass in here. Yeah, I gotta get the tweezers out. Don't make me do it. There we go. Okay, so there's one. That's all he's gonna get. We'll add a little bit of salt and pepper. A note to self: make sure things are easy to use and unscrew before you make a damn video. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, feel free to hit the thumbs up or make fun of me and my stupid fear of cockroaches, apparently. So a little bit of salt. And then get this one. He spikes up at the glass, stared at me. Let me see if I can get him. What's up? He's like, yo, where's my food at? Where's my food? Alright, well, if I can get my fat ass fingers around here. Alright, so we'll sprinkle. Nice little pepper. Give him a shake. Oop, you can keep your big ass in there. Alright, so you want to eat this guy? You want him? Do you want him? Whoop, 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 whoop. Gotta get him. Get him. The crunch. Well, you should turn this way so we can see you in your beautiful mouth. So he likes roaches. He's a pretty big fan. He always takes the head first. And then he waits. I guess it's just helping him. He's just getting the head down. And then he'll continue on and finish that guy. But yeah, so that's Spike. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I give him a roach probably twice a week. They're pretty good for him. They got a lot of protein, a lot of fat. They're just good overall for him. And he enjoys chasing them around. And I think he likes the bigger meals. As you can see how fast he ate those mealworms. He just goes to town on them. I feel like it never fills him up and never feels satisfied. So giving him one of these or 2 of these a week are pretty good. They're like $2 a piece. And I think I'd get them at, I don't know, F something. I'm trying to remember, FU something, I don't remember exactly. I'll have to find the link if you guys want it. But yeah, so that's Spike. And he's being shy. And he'll finish his, there he goes. There you go, buddy. That's a lot of roach, huh? Yummy, crunchy. Alrighty, so that's about it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and had a couple laughs along the way, making fun of me. That's okay. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later with another video, and Spike says, peace out.